Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll go play action. Howell. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out right at the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing here, Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Faking the handoff, Howell. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Mayfield off the play fake. That'll be caught by Anderson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Taylor. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. And again, it's Chubb. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Colts at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go play action. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Mayfield now from the 50. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. These two teams all tied after one. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield with it once more. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. He's got his man, it's Pierce. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside, get beat inside, so you can run down a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. On the counter, it's Taylor. He's got it to the 43 here.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Mayfield on play action. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Touchdown, Colts. Robbie Anderson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now try to pick it up on 3rd. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Howell. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Right, it's been this negative was he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play from the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Yeah, your side of the field. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Drops it off for Chubb. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop it right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Chubb will get the call, running left. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Howell. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So here we go, 4th down. Howell forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, and reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To the right side, this is Taylor. Oh, good move. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's get that touch. Run.
They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive, but the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. There he goes, left side. 20. And the Browns are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The middle, it's Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
This will be caught just inside the 10. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On third down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down here. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On first down, Howell. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. A second down throw for Mayfield. That'll be taken in by Strong. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 97 yards, everything but pay dirt. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Chubb is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Chubb again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down, Howell, desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep shot. Touchdown, Browns! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome